Greetings, Thrones players. We're back at you with another game from DAC3. Woo woo. We do not have Matt Kreft with us today. He's hanging out in the mountains with no cell phone service. But I got Aaron Groth here.
Hey, what's up, guys?
So we're going to be commentating another game here. Matt's playing Stark Fealty on the left. Groth's playing Martell Dragon on the right. Pretty bold choice, Cotton. Tell us a little bit about the Martell Dragon deck that you put together for this.
Yeah. Well, I was stuck with Martell pretty early on. Tried to switch several times. But ended up being stuck with it. And it just came through an evolution of, like, I tried literally every Martell deck known to man. I knew I wanted to play Shadows. It was anticipation of Arion coming out with Pit of Snakes. So, got her out, got Pit of Snakes out, was trying some Starfall, things like that. And then it just became like, alright, well, I like Martell Lion. I like HRD Starfall. But it just didn't have that quick punch that I wanted. And then I just tried out John Connigan, and I was like, oh, shoot, that guy's non-loyal. So basically came around like him into Aegon into Dario helps you out, turn one. And then I also decided 2 marches. So that's really where the deck kind of stuck with me. And then lastly, honestly, the power icons were giving me a trouble. And then, Dragon has Second Sons right there.
Look at that. You showing us your setup hand and everything.
Yeah. Right there, Second Sons were another huge boost for Dragon, where it's like, oh, shoot, I can win power challenges now.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Winning power challenges with Shadows decks can be an uphill battle, for sure.
Very uphill. So that's where it came about. It was like, hey, I finally have something I felt comfortable with that was Shadows.
Cool. So what about the deck would you say came from Craster specifically? Like, what did you change or maybe build? Because I guess you pretty much built this deck.
It was pretty
for the tournament, more or less, right?
Exactly. It was pretty short on building. I think I maybe had a week and a half of actual testing with it. And I had a bunch of other people playing it just to get some test things. So we knew, like, I'm only playing certain houses once. One Stark, one Greyjoy, things like that. So that was cheers. That's start. So I knew, like Targ, if I faced Targ Burn, like Second Sons were going to come in handy. That was one of the bigger things I found out. No surprises. I honestly have not had a problem with. It's just Stark's Renown. Shadows is really tough with the power gain quick early on, and you can see he's got some Wolf King, he's got some core Sansa there. He'll get out a Rob soon, so like that kind of put me on edge there. And then I knew like possibly with Greyjoy, Drown God, or just their big renowned bodies was going to be a problem. So I tried to tech as much as I could against those. Those 3 kind of hit me the hardest. So for Disaster Crashers, those were the 3 factions I was worried the most. So honestly, I put in some more renowned bodies. I put in some icon stealers, and my strategy was try to take away the power game. If I could control the power challenge, that was going to be my biggest.
Are you pretty reliant on your resets?
Yeah, I would say the 2 marches were great. The first Snow and the Valor, they were all necessary to have. And Jairus. Jairus was very necessary to see if I could. So starting out...
I'm always riding that Jairus train.
Yeah, I love Jairus. Starting out, we're Varys Riddle here with Exchange.
That's a pretty good riddle for you.
Yep. So right off the bat, though, I make a mistake. This probably cost me the game right here. I know it's heavy to say, dramatic, maybe even early. But I would
what
say
a drama queen!
Yeah, I would say looking back when I make this mistake, it goes off to I give him another bodyguard instead of I should just give him the Wolf King. But again, like I said earlier,
you're just afraid of King Plot.
I'm just afraid of King Plot, and I was afraid of Rob just going off on me for 2
extra renown with the bodyguard.
Yeah,
already.
Exactly. I was like. But I wasn't thinking ahead here. I have he calls it thinking or whatever. I know I can get that off on my Valor turn.
Yeah, that's true.
So I just didn't think ahead. I got scared with the Renown and Rob starting off on the board. So I was just like, well,
yeah. Stark usually doesn't just like flop a bodyguard on you, but
no, they normally don't. And so seeing the bodyguard was different. Kreft's deck is different compared to the regular Stark Fealties.
Yeah, they usually don't open exchange, so that's pretty.
They don't. And he gave me Connington, which worked out. I was like, oh, sweet. I have Aegon and Shadows. That's perfect.
Right. You were probably expecting free econ first.
Yep. I was expecting free econ at the gates. Exchange. Yep. Riddle, for me, was always going to be my first plot. I was expecting just more econ and stuff like that.
He didn't want to give you the poison coin. I'm shocked.
Yeah, I did not. So he gave me the HJ, which is fine.
And that gives you a little bit of insurance for the no surprises that you don't want to deal with.
Exactly. Yeah, the HJ is there for no surprises and the Risen.
Mm-hmm.
Those were the counters there. So, yep. Yeah, he's playing a little Grey Wind too. I thought that was interesting.
Not great when you're playing Martell.
Nope, definitely not.
That is a buffet.
Yeah, with Rob on the board, that was all my Starfall Spies. So there you go. See, I picked my doom right there.
As if Stark,
first card.
As if Stark wasn't much of a struggle for you to begin with.
Yeah, no, whatever. Have Skagos.
Yeah, you're not giving him Winterfell. Why didn't you give him the Isle of Ravens?
I should have probably, but I was just thinking,
you got a couple juicy flea bottom targets.
I was thinking, I was just like, he didn't give me Poison Coin or whatever. I was like, Skagos away, man. I don't care. Skagos really wasn't a thing in this. Like, he does save later on. He saves a Fat Cat with 2 power from a Poison Coin, but that's fine. You're still getting the two power off, and he's going into Core Cat because I know he was playing the core, the 2 Core Cat ratio to 1 Fat Cat. So,
AKA the magic number.
Yep, the magic number there.
So, Kreft's not sitting on any economy, really.
Nope. And
the save is pretty annoying, but...
Yeah, and he's going right into exchange, which was interesting.
Yeah.
But you'll see, though, he's playing some Iron Scouts, or not Iron Scouts, but the Bear Loyalists or whatever. And so that's going to be his economy going early. I wanted him to have the ally...
The Scouts, or you mean like the She-Bear?
Not the She-Bear, the Scouts that go and find him other Mormonts. He's kind of playing a Mormont package in this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's where he derails from the typical Stark.
Gotcha.
They're loyal. I get it. He's using his Fealty for a cheap guy.
Mm-hmm. So a V-Blade would be looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Right about now.
I did not see a V-Blade in this game. I was wanting to see that because my poisons are basically, I didn't play any Piss Snakes. I decided to just cut those because I wasn't running Bloody Flux. For a while I had Bloody Flux, but I went to Second March.
Gotcha.
So I decided 3 poisons, and then I went with 1 V-Blade.
Ah, that's why you didn't see it.
That's why I didn't see it. Exactly.
1!
Should have went with 2.
A man who likes to roll the dice.
Should have went with 2. Probably should have just played that black merchant girl. Go search for my V-Blades.
That's true. That is it's an interesting way to get about getting one.
Yeah.
So is Stark your most feared match?
Yeah, I think Stark definitely was, and then Greyjoy being next.
So standard meta.
Standard meta stuff,
Breakdown.
Of course. Shadow's always going to struggle with standard meta right now because you have to give up a couple churns with board position.
Mm-hmm.
And that just means, they're just going to run the gamut with unopposed challenges.
Any crossing becomes a concern then, definitely, as well.
Absolutely. Any crossing deck is always a concern. The reason, going back to why I picked Martell Dragon, was this right here. You'll see turn 1. Martell Dragon can get a board position pretty quick with very few dollars.
Mm-hmm.
So
it feels good to just dump all those cards and shadows for 1 each. And
exactly. Yep.
set up for that reset, doesn't it?
That is
when
my
it
favorite
works.
thing about Shadow City is the one really pays off.
Yeah, you're like, I don't like this hand. I'm going to make a new hand
Yep.
of cards that you can't touch, barring certain answers. But
Barring certain answers.
yeah, you don't want to see like Jason Mallister hit the table and start
Yeah.
causing you problems. But
Definitely, he's always a concern. There's Arya. Some more saves. It's always tough. Being Shadows, you don't like to see saves a lot. That's
Nope.
for sure.
Stark is just piling them on.
Yeah.
This is a good chance for you to first know, though, for the most part.
Yeah.
If you do feel like you're starting to get out of hand, but you can't just quite valor the board away.
No. Yeah, the bodyguard it really was a kink. It's just one of those that it nagged at me.
Mm-hmm. So what is the dream John Connington play?
You're about to see it, actually. This is I wanted him to have the ally out. That was the key here, because the dream is Connington into Aegon into Dario.
Gotcha.
That is your quickest setup, and typically right into that you're gonna try to take an ally, maybe try to get one for
Just gives you
claim,
some flame soak,
things like that. So here's the thing: it was probably I should have went first here. I decided to go second, but it's tough with Stark because if I go first, I slam into some power, and then he's just going to hit me back with a free board, and then Stark's off to the races with 5 power first turn.
Right. If you don't have anything in play, you don't want to be first.
Yeah, it really is tough because here I probably make a mistake. I could block the mill that he's going to do. He's going to do a cheap mill. I should bring people in, block it with Dario. Maybe take his guy, have him stand up for power.
Dario only works on offense.
So that's true. No, never mind then. Yeah. So then I played it right. That's right. He is attacking only. So yeah, here is just having
all you're really giving him on the military challenge is the unopposed and whatever renown he claims.
Probably should have just gave him a Sansa instead of another ally, another 1-drop. The 1-drops are annoying too because it makes your marches not as effective. So.
I mean, that's usually what feels good when you're playing a shadow deck against Stark, is if they don't have an intrigue icon first turn and you're second, you're not really losing any claim on power or military.
Yep.
They're just getting their unopposed and their renowns.
Yep.
So hopefully your board is not getting devastated by their first round of challenges.
Yep. So here's the key. Here's the dream
that's
here.
the dream play, yeah. Sacking a econ spy for some cards, and then you can just fleet bottom her back in.
Yeah. Yep. And I'm feeling good right here. Like, all right.
No Mira and shadows.
Yeah. You did your challenges. That's cool. You decided not to
Wide
do
open
one.
intrigue
Yep.
for her to take advantage of. Feels good.
Yep.
Which means you can get...
Triggering John here. Gotta find him. There he is.
There he is.
I'm going to trigger him. We're going to get Aegon. Now we're going to search the deck. And this is where I found this was a very explosive couple here.
Well, it's 17 gold's worth of guys for you spent $1 for it. I mean, it's a pretty reasonable exchange, right?
Yep.
And you get to keep 2 of these guys
Yep.
in play, so... Matt just laying out his hand for you. Just
waiting to take the free entry there. So.
take what's yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get all 3 challenges now.
Get a Sansa out of his hand.
Yeah, it's not a great pull, but...
Not the best. Oh, there's that bodyguard again.
There's that bodyguard.
Keeps taunting me with it.
There's a recurring theme here of your downfall. And it's that damn bodyguard.
Damn bodyguard, man.
Yeah, so John Cunningham's got renown too, which is pretty great.
Exactly. Him and Jairus, they were pretty good all day with their renown. It just sped things up for me.
Yeah, Shadows isn't too renowned for their renown.
Yeah.
They don't close with power on the board very hard.
Very hard, yeah. So I'm just going in. He's going to block with Rob. It's like, okay, that's fine.
What are
Nothing
Cunnington's
to do.
traits? He's just a lord or a knight? Lord knight, I assume.
I think just Lord. He might be a knight too. I can't remember. He's got good traits. He really does. That non-loyal, finding out he was non-loyal, because I automatically assumed he was loyal.
Sure.
So when I was just going through the card pool for Dragon, when I was like, all right, what's their shadow cards? And then I saw him, I was like, yes, please, thank you.
If only he could stand, if only he was a companion.
Yeah, right?
I mean, last I checked, he is Aegon's companion. If he could get a little more stand on these big renown bodies.
Absolutely.
You gotta borrow
So I'm borrowing it just for the sake of
there.
it. Yeah, just for the sake of it. Nothing I could do there.
If only you had like an engine that would let you sack him to like draw a card and stand a character or something. Wouldn't that be great? Thank God there isn't any like super OP characters like that.
I know. Thank God, man. Thank God not one faction out there gets that. Gets that abuse.
That'd be absurd. Be stealing people's people, be sacking the people, drawing more people.
So this is where I have to give that back sadly, and it's just like, ugh.
Never feels good to have to take that power off Dario after. He earned it. He earned that power.
You put work in there, alright?
So at the end of the first turn, you're looking like you're in pretty good shape.
Decent shape here. I'm going to flip into March.
Matt's
the typical...
Matt's not too worried about a big reset here.
No. So I have a lot of cards in hand, unfortunately, so I have to dump some, which is fine, because I was planning on doing that. So Second Sons is clearly...
That's pretty good for you. You have 8 reserve, and you kind of can just pick and choose your flea bottom targets now. You get to keep 2 guys, one pretty decent body.
Yeah, I think in the end too, you'll see later on. Of course, he's gonna play political disaster.
Oh,
it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt me pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie, but just not finding Aegon again. I think also looking back on this game, Aegon into Starfall Cavalry. Like just. Good efficient cards like that really hurts my tempo as well. So, see, I'm throwing out the Starfall I drew into him. That hurt too.
How many Starfalls do you have in the deck?
I went down to 1.
Oh no!
Should have had 2, but I went down to 1.
Oh no!
Yeah, Mira really. I mean, she comes out later in the game, but she's never really a difference maker. Honestly,
that's one of the perks of most of the powerful Shadows cards, right? Is that they have a strong ability, and then it doesn't really matter if they get blanked after that.
Yep. Yeah, most of this, you're just worried about your Starfall spies.
So where are you afraid Matt's going to flip here?
Didn't really... I mean, he flipped into my March, which riddled my March, which is great for me. That means just Chuds, get the Chuds off early. I don't care if Connaughton goes off, because I'll just find another one.
I don't know. That's pretty rough for you, because
it is. I mean,
marching the reducer wasn't really getting you that far.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what hurts. Is of course it's his 2 reducers, but overall the deck it was like I don't matter if I lose those guys because I'll just put them back out for free or whatever. But yeah, I mean
it's actually kind of a bold play, because if you Valor there, then
true
Matt wipes his board.
True, very true.
I wouldn't have been expecting Stark to riddle me though, probably.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I didn't expect his riddle either. I mean, you're not wrong. If I Valor right there, then yeah, I mean that's definitely looking good for me. Even though I lose Aegon and John, that's fine. I can.
Yeah, I assume you have another Aegon already.
Yeah.
So you were just you didn't really want to lose Connington, but losing Aegon was okay. Yeah, Stark. The stickiest Stark has been though. I probably would have saved the March a little bit longer. Oh my God, the 3rd reducer.
Yeah, he had all 3 reducers. So seeing that, seeing dupes, seeing reducers from my deck, that's what I don't want other people to see. I will say it's an uphill battle for me to wipe the board when you're seeing those things. I need to see my Varys. I need to see my Poison Coins. I need to see those things.
Yeah, Varys will help you take care of Rob.
Yeah.
If you can catch him off guard without any gold.
Yep.
Then that'll fix that problem.
Exactly.
Anyway. There's a Bear Island Loyalist.
Yeah, there's another one.
So is he just looking to
He's just tutoring. Yeah, there's Allison.
pile in some chuds? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, those loyalists.
Yeah, I mean, if I got poison coin on a duped, Rob and Iskagos, that works for me too. It's about the same.
Yeah,
right
you're
there.
you're still sort of.
Yeah. So Skagos isn't really.
At least
problem.
you're setting it. Yeah, you're setting it up to where the Valor will actually get him
Exactly.
off the table at least.
That's what I'm working towards right now. So the whole idea with the deck Shadows, like how you're gonna play Shadows in this meta is you're not working towards the 15 power right off the bat. You're working towards the board clear.
Yep.
You're working towards
Empty
their
boards.
hand. Yeah,
Empty
boards
empty
and
hand.
clears. Just for those people out there trying to figure out how to play Shadows, you're working for the empty hand, empty board first. You're not working towards 15. If you work towards 15, you're just helping your opponent beat you even better, even quicker. So
If you can get some free power early, that's fine.
it's
but
fine. Yeah,
You're not looking to start building the power base till plot 5, 6, 7.
exactly. You're looking to get those empty,
Your econ situation is
Yeah.
looking pretty healthy.
Yeah, my econ's looking great, and then this is where PD's gonna get me. Is just it's just one of those things where it's like, well, that stinks.
See, if he can't PD you, then you are definitely going to out economy him.
Oh,
for
I
the
will.
rest of the game.
Yeah, easily I'll out economy him, and then I'll be able to stop certain challenges and get challenges through. But PD definitely is a problem for me. So he's just asking what's flea bottomable right now. Of course, Second Sons. And then he's, like, oh, that's probably a Starfall Spy. Yep, that's a Starfall Spy.
Nah.
Clearly, that engine is gonna keep running because you can't stop it as of right now.
It's the only engine you got.
Yep. And him not having intrigue, it's good for me right now.
Yeah, him not having any intrigue is the biggest opening you have.
Yep.
A cat would be super problematic here.
Exactly. Yeah. Him pulling the cat out is definitely a problem.
Oof.
But there we go. There's
Doubling down on more
greedy.
economy. This would be so good.
Yeah.
This would be so good for you if there's no political disaster
Yeah.
in the equation.
I know people were getting PD'd all day, especially some certain bear assault decks, and it hurt. It was a good call. Mm-hmm. It hurt. So. And this is here's the weakness of the Shadows decks is just the open board and them being able to gain those 1 and 2 powers that add up quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes in. I think he goes power. I think, all right, cool. Well, he's only going for 1 strength. Might as well block it. Let's just do it.
On the upside, you're not having to deal with Eddard yet, and that's the scariest thing that Shadows has to deal with,
Exactly.
for sure.
Seeing an editor is...
He just grabs way too much power,
Yeah.
way too quickly.
Yeah, because you start making a mental note of what you got to kill, priority-wise. And
The Stark checklist,
yeah, the
I call
Stark
it.
checklist, exactly.
Because the problem is that checklists fluctuate. Like, you can kill Amira, but until Summer's dead, that's not worth anything.
That's
like,
not worth it.
You gotta double check some of those boxes.
Yeah.
But if you can get Ned or Rob off the table early, that's gonna be a huge help for you.
Yeah. So here comes. I saw her, so I'm glad. I'm like, all right, here we go. Try to control the power now.
Start taking some of these power icons away.
Start controlling some of this stuff here.
How do you feel about Ariane's a pretty new card? Like, how is she for you on the day overall?
Man, if I could give her 11, I'd give her 11. Man, like she was money all day long. Stealth
Really helps with the poison coins.
Yeah, taking away the power or the military icons all day.
Yeah, you don't get a lot of big beefy power icons in a Shadows deck. So.
Nope, I don't.
That feels pretty good.
So, yeah, I mean, I was not expecting much from her when she came out first, and then I started doing some testing, and her and Pit of Snakes, they work very well, especially those pesky Drogons.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that's a match made in heaven right there.
Yeah,
I mean, theoretically, almost every character in the game, if you can bring 2 cards out of Shadows and a Fades, you can poison that character. And you don't have to win a challenge.
Exactly. Pit of Snakes is worth the 2 gold every time. It's really good card. Poison is just a good thing for Martell theme wise too. Mm-hmm. So yeah, he went in power. I'm taking away his power. I'm blocking think I blocked his military, and then I decided to go in with Arion for some power. So I'm looking good right now. I'm feeling good. I'm looking good. The hand's strong, econ strong. I'm winning some challenges. I'm holding my own, and then
he does not have much in the econ. Now you can control some icons.
Yep, exactly. And then of course I think I flip into first snow because I'm like
the pride before the fall.
Exactly. I'm looking good. Here we go. First snow, and then here comes political disaster, and then it's just downhill from there.
You definitely, if you were trying to bait the political disaster, there's no better way than to just slap down 3 economy locations in one turn. Say, come and get me.
So, King Plot.
He flips King Plot first.
Yeah. So next turn, political disaster. Yeah. Which King Plot's whatever, like, that's fine. I don't care on this turn, Shadows, I can still get cards in and out. It's whatever.
Usually when you first know, you're hoping your opponent's flipping some low reserve plot. Especially on a board like this, where he's going to have to bounce 3 characters.
Yep.
Did you have Daharis in your plot deck?
I did not. I decided against it for first snow. I felt first snow is just better right now. Daharis is just iffy for me, honestly. And that's a personal opinion. Like,
yeah, it just depends on the game. Like, if you had Wyman and Eddard staring you down, then
sure. Yeah, but typically, like, my deck can't get those chuds off quick. So it's gonna be a Wyman Eddard plus a 3 cost and a 1 cost. So like they're keeping 3 guys. It's not my favorite reset right now. And I mean, if I could, I would run a deck that ran first snow, VD, and VM. I totally would. It's just for this deck, it wasn't my cup of tea. Especially with getting out free high cost people.
You do have a lot of big guys.
I have a lot of big guys that come out free.
Connington.
Yeah.
The armies. Yeah. You do have a much higher curve, I guess, than most shadow decks I've been messing around with.
Absolutely, a lot. So, like, first snow just felt better.
Well, I definitely wouldn't argue with first snow. In a perfect world, you can have all those resets and attack every deck from every side based on the board state, but that first snow is pretty beautiful.
Yeah, and I mean, King Plot does work. Don't get me wrong. It does work. Like, it's shutting my econ down. It's shutting my shenanigans down. But I'm not feeling...
Got Marianne dupe?
Get a little dupe on. That helps me out. Helps me keep a board at least. But I'm not feeling totally out of the game like I would typically if I was a Martell attrition. That literally shuts down everything I want to do this turn. Yeah, because Martell doesn't want to play challenge on challenge. That's not our game.
Nope. I'm actually surprised if he had the PD, he didn't throw it here.
Yeah.
But... Because you're not... I think you only played one more location. No, actually, you haven't even played another location
I don't think
this
I
turn.
play a location this turn.
So he could have set you back pretty quick.
Yeah.
But maybe he's just waiting. He's probably hoping that you're banking on the recovery for your reset.
Yeah,
and he wants to hit you on the Valor turn. And
yeah, he's definitely banking on that.
But he's already doing a pretty good job of scaring you off the Valor.
Yeah.
And there's the Wolf King.
There's the Wolf King. Woo! Woo! It's my favorite thing in the world.
But now Matt's hit the magic number of locations.
Yep. And then he hits a Arya dupe, and I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Wow. You're never getting her off the board.
Yeah.
These damn kids. Can't get Arya Stark off your lawn. Save your life.
I can't, man. It's so horrible. Yeah, Martell and Stark have a long feud.
the long blood feud that doesn't exist thematically.
Doesn't exist thematically, but man, when it comes to this game, it's just horrible. You just hate it.
Martells do not like it up north.
There's infamous bodyguard.
Fat cat with a bodyguard.
That's the one I should have never gave. So yeah, we're setting up. We're definitely setting up for. I think I Valor next and he PDs. So that's kind of where it just goes bad. Because I have
Your Valor's not doing anything for you, right?
No. He calls it thinking, but once I saw that bodyguard on Cat, I was like, well, that just hurts me. But Rob with the Wolf King with the bodyguard.
2 he calls it thinking would be pretty.
Yes.
That'd be a game switcher.
Game right there. That's because I believe I go in military at some point here. He takes the Arya dupe, which is smart. Mm-hmm. I was hoping for a bodyguard. Mm-hmm. But in the end, taking the Arya dupe was smart. I mean, he loses Arya. What do you care?
Yeah.
So there's Archie. His reaction can't work, so it hurts.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, I mean, it all comes out like if you didn't play King Plot, Archie's gonna get off. You know, there's gonna be things that are gonna be able to play, but it is what it is.
Disgusting. Alex Tonek actually came to me at the tournament. He's like, I can't believe you gave out an alternate art King in the North. He's like, you hate that plot. Like, why would you ever encourage people to use more of it? And I'm just like, I can't help it, dog. It's a powerful card. It goes in decks. I mean,
it does things, man.
It's a real bitch.
And some people may ask, Hisdar and stuff. And I played with Hisdar. It was just Flea Bottom is just the module that works the best with this deck.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Martell's always hard priced. Martell has Dorn as available to it as a restricted card, and it still barely makes it into builds.
Exactly.
So...
yeah, Hisdar was just not going to ever make it.
Nobody's ever had the incredible spread of Flea Bottom targets that Stark and Martell have had.
Exactly.
And since Martell doesn't have like a Wyman style board heavy draw, engine, Dorn's a risk. Yep. And if you don't want to take a risk, Flea Bottom's the way to go. I
mean, I'm seeing a lot more We Do Not Sows now that Greyjoy's adapting and they're changing their deck. So yeah, Dorn.
Nothing Burns is all over the place.
Yeah, Dorn is
the new plot is kneeling. I guess Dorn's immune to that, but the card is still kind of out there. So bigger locations are becoming
very risky. And I mean, Greyjoy just has literally a core Euron plot. It's just. There's nothing you can do about it. At least Euron, you could try to stop him.
Yeah, the idea of Greyjoy taking Dorn from you is the most terrifying.
It's the terrifying thing.
The most terrifying uphill battle.
It keeps Martell people up at night. Yeah.
Greyjoy stole my Flea Bottom? Okay. What are they going to do with my Flea Bottom?
Exactly.
Very hedge case that it's actually used against you. And Flea Bottom's such a small investment that it just always feels good to have as a restricted. City Besieged is everywhere, but... oh man, it was a 1 gold investment and you knelt it for a turn. No big deal.
Yeah. His out same. I was like, whoop-de-doo. There's a card called Summer.
Yeah. He's like, I don't care. No. I've got my own Flea Bottom. No. It's furry and vicious.
I mean, I know. I was hoping to hit Skagos, but it happens. So I'm stealthing. I'm just going in here. At this point, I'm like, well, challenge on challenge. It doesn't matter. Let's just try to get as much power as I can before, it goes downhill. So.
Ariane does level the playing field and actually having reasonable challenge strength for Martell a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, 5 strength is great. I mean, that's the perfect number you want. So I was very happy with Ariane, again, all day. I recommend anyone who's playing Martell, please play her.
Give her a whirl.
Yeah.
Aerosol Carter sure did. Granted, that didn't work out so
well. Here's my HJ, whatever. I mean, the Starfall deck, the Starfall deck's pretty good too. It's pretty powerful with Pit of Snakes.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of the Stark players for this specific event were cutting no surprises.
Yeah.
Because they were only worrying about one target matchup, probably, and...
yeah.
And the toss-up of them having to go against a Shadows deck is maybe you go up against one Tyrell or a Martell Shadow deck, but it's not super likely.
Yeah, not very likely.
So I can see people trying to lean back off of some of those cards.
Yeah. Absolutely. So I get rid of the non-unique, the Escort, because I know I'm gonna have to Valor. I'm checking my reserve. So here I got, he calls it thinking, so I'm like, okay, I can get rid of Arya and get rid of Rob. Alright, Fat Cat stays. Sucks. But here we go.
And then all your locations disappear.
This is what I wasn't expecting this. I'm not gonna lie. When he flips into PD,
his 2 locations and 4 plots didn't tip you off.
There it is. Political disaster. Probably one of the bigger blowout plots against plots right here. Devouring into political disaster is just as bad as Fields.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
I'd take a
your recovery here is just crippled.
Yeah, it's very crippled. It's like, well, what am I keeping? I was like, I have to keep some econ. There goes Shadow City. I was like, maybe I can draw another Shadow City, but I was like, I have to keep econ and Fleet Bottom.
Yeah. It doesn't feel great.
Nope.
So at least you're getting Rob off the table.
Yeah, I'm on. He calls thinking on Rob. That's what I can do. King Plot's been played, so whatever, Wolf King. Keep her. She's gonna trigger, of course.
At least now the King Plot's not nearly as problematic, unless Eddard hits the table.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to see a Wolf King with Eddard. That's for sure.
Oof. Well, you're even on econ. Technically, well, I guess any turn he's playing a 6-coster or higher, you're not even, but you should be pretty close to even. You still have your Flea Bottom. You still have a pretty full hand.
Yeah. I will say too. Also, I did not see Desert Raider all day somehow.
Oof!
Literally all day, there was no Desert Raiders that were being seen.
That's not good.
Yeah. And when I did see him, it was pretty much mid-game to late game, where it was like, I don't have time to mess with you right now, because then people are just going to play around the mill.
If your opponents are at like 12 power and you draw a Desert Raider, it's not the best feeling in the world.
Not the best feeling at all, so.
Well, at least, so you forced him to use both bodyguards, which is good.
Yep.
There's a reducer again.
Yeah. Stark having bodyguards was unaccounted for, plus this whole small Bear Island, the Bear whatever scout econ package, because it was sort of econ in itself. That's a.
Well, Kreft wasn't holding any secrets. He was wearing a Bear Island shirt. He was letting you know what he was going.
Should've known.
What's going on this day? So who's gonna get? Now you're gonna have to deal with Daisy, I assume.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, he gets another Alcine. He does get Daisy out, though. I do have to deal with Daisy.
So now you have 2 Alcines to worry about. That's interesting. If he already has 1, and he's already dealt with Valor and First, though. She's pretty much in the clear.
She is in the clear at this point. Alcine becomes a problem, for sure. That stealth is very annoying.
You're just like, give me this.
Yep. I like to cut people. It's just
Alex Black appreciates your diligence.
Manners are their own rewards, gentlemen.
But everything you learned in life that was worth knowing came from Bosk, the bounty hunter, right?
Absolutely. Came from Bosk. Robot Chicken taught me that.
So now that your econ has been crippled into the dirt, where's your game plan at now?
Yeah, so where I'm thinking now is like, alright, here comes, where's my Stark kill list at? So I'm going through and I was like, well, that cat needs to get off the board. So this is where you don't want to be at Martell Shadows. You're plot 4 by now, right? Mm-hmm. You've used your Valor. So you've got 3 plots to try to survive Stark's onslaught of renown and free challenges because of stealth.
You get no claim this turn.
Yes, no claim is really hurting you right now. You're at 4 gold, and you're just thinking, literally the only mode you can think of is I have to get off. I have to keep with that kill list. And they keep putting down dumb, retarded, cheap guys that just have the right icons,
What
In
what were
the
your
end,
what are your
this is
other
the right
plots
one,
here that you haven't
yeah.
flipped yet? Because
So
could you have afforded to wait about 3 plots for the Valor, then first node, then marched maybe Catelyn away instead? Or were the other plots just too detrimental to you early?
I possibly could have done that, but I saw Rob with 3 renown with Wolf King and then just freaked out because it's like I'm not sure I can handle Rob.
Pulled the trigger, yeah.
I'm really not sure I can handle Rob at this point. And if he sees a dupe on Rob, that he calls a thinking is dead. Dead. Like my plan on that is just over.
Well, we got Skagos, so Cat's about to go wild.
There we go. But yeah, I have a poison coin in there. That's what I'm getting out. I know Arion can get it off. So at this point, it just becomes I'm blocking the mill. Arion's gonna get a challenge off, but also he's gonna take some power from me. So this is, again, going back to what I was going to say, it's the worst spot you can be in as a Martell right now. Because this is where you feel the board shift.
Yeah.
So I'm getting rid of a hired assassin because I don't see Mirror yet. I have to make that play because I have to get rid of Cat's power. And I need a mill guy right now. So...
Looking rough.
I'm hoping he goes in with Barrow Island Loyalist just to get my Starfall guy back into Shadows, which would be fine.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you feel it. You feel it in your bones as a Martell. You're just like, ugh. If I could board white, if I could have got rid of that cat, I'd be in business. But because I would have just blocked his little weenie, 2 challenges.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have, tried to get greedy or anything, and try to go for unopposed power or anything. Just block some challenges, go into the next turn, regroup, get some poison coin off, get rid of some, if you brought down a big guy, get rid of that guy. But, yeah, Cat right now in Skagos is a problem.
Yeah, that's the biggest annoying thing is when you weren't having to deal with Cat, you at least had your entry icons wide open, but...
Yep.
It's pretty hard to win an entry challenge now without the stealth.
Yep. Yeah, and I'm too busy worried about the power game, too, that it's just, I can't take away her entry. I can't afford to take away her entry.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So he's going to force me here. He does the right play. I'm going to have to do Second Sons. It's what's going to happen here.
Many people may not know this from watching, but there was a time where Stark characters had to kneel to do challenges. or if they actually knelt to do the challenge, they remained knelt throughout the rest of the phase. But that was a very old version of the game. So we don't play that version anymore.
Yeah. That was Tron 1.0. This is Tron 2.0. Where they just got upgrades and much better Stark characters. So. Those days where like sacrifice actually cost them something? Now it just doesn't seem like it costs them anything.
Does not compute.
Sacrifice meant losing board position. Now it just means multiplying your board position.
Right. It means getting free power.
Yeah.
It means wiping off your negative effects.
Yeah.
It means having to take 3 seconds out of your game to look through your deck for a second and shuffle.
Yeah.
That is the detriment.
That is the detriment now.
Alright. So, you played defense, and now you're trying to get back in there and do some work. Skagos is looking froggy.
He's just looking through, seeing if I have poison coin or whatever.
Oh, you've always got the poison coin. He's gonna pitch Cat.
Yeah, I think I did poison her. I think that's what I did. So,
oh, okay.
I think I already did. I think he was looking for maybe a second one or something. I can't remember.
Gotcha.
That or no?
So
he preemptively. That's right. He preemptively decides just to do that.
He just wants to shut that shit down.
He's gonna shut it down.
It's worth his 2 power. to just stop you from getting any more
Yeah,
tricks.
actually, because I think I took her intrigue. I think that instead of taking her power, I took her intrigue.
Okay, so he was definitely worried about some
definitely
form
worried
of
about it.
challenge removal.
So, I mean, it got what I wanted. Got the 2 power off. So,
but unfortunately, now you.
Now I'm just looking really bad board position wise.
Yeah, you're gonna have to eat the
econ.
You're gonna have to
is bad.
Wait, you're gonna have, whatever challenge you might be able to get an advantage in. He's just gonna shut that down with Cat.
He's just shutting it down with Cat. So, getting rid of the dupe Rob there. That did. Now I'm looking at March. Trying to think what.
Man, what a first note here would feel real good.
Yeah. Yeah, so you win your die going into that.
Got a winner die against the Force March. Never feels good.
Never feels good. Nope. It's a no character right there. That hurts.
Now, if you were playing the Cracked House, you could just stand all these characters.
Yeah.
But as we've gone over, you made the wrong decision.
I made the wrong decision playing Martell. It's starting to feel that way for me now, playing online and all these different Martell decks. It's really hard to find the right one right now. So it's starting to look like it's starting to push me into the Greyjoy Stark meta. I have to accept it. So.
That's not to complain about necessarily the meta at large, but
no.
I think we're like one more Stark restriction away from a really good feeling meta.
Yeah. No, it's not complaining about it. It's just.
We've never been this close, right? To there being a decent chunk of different, cool, interesting decks that are just beneath the top.
Exactly. Yeah. This is definitely a 1.5 deck.
If we can get the Stark Stranglehold off the top of the meta, we could have a pretty interesting.
I mean, I am relying on variance with this deck too. Like, I need to see right now an Aegon would feel great if I saw Aegon right now. Or if I had just a little bit more economy. So why the win your die is in there is mostly with the Jairus. You want to try to pull win your die off, go into another plot, get Jairus out on that plot, get win your die, and go back with win your die. So typically I'll get rid of the Fallen. So I have Fallen left in March. So I'll typically just get rid of the Fallen, get you win your die back.
Well, if you see Garrus here, you can just swap back into a second Valor.
Yeah, I can get the Valor. And
then you're off to the races, but...
Yeah. I'll be looking pretty good with the Valor.
Yeah. I think 9 times out of 10 when I Garrus, it's to get back Valor or Win or Die.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, typically
you're ahead, the Win or Die feels good. Exactly. If you're behind, the Valor is exactly what you needed.
Exactly. That's how you look at it when you're playing these type of decks. Because again, board power is just you're not worried about it right now. You can make it up, and there's another card you don't want to see.
The checklist grows.
So effortless just to put them down on a 4 gold plot, and I'm struggling here trying to find.
And you're like, oh, ambush or Shadows 4, cool. Well, that one's gonna sit in the hand for another turn.
Yep.
Your hand was so stacked before that PD. That may have been the worst feeling political disaster I've looked at in
a
some
while.
time.
Yeah. Please pity me, guys. Please pity me.
You can send your donations to one stupid bastard.
Yeah, one retarded
at Aaron Groth email. Dupe your locations, idiot. Play more locations. You didn't need to play 3 economy cards in one turn.
Yeah, playing two seaports out. Ugh, for that win your die. Because that's the big thing. I'm trying to set up my plots 2 or 3 ahead, and then, I'm like, all right, let's get some seaports out now that I can afford the economy. I can put them out now because I'm not going to play too many shadows that turn for the win your die when I need shadow cards to play that turn.
Whenever you get to keep cards after win or die too, it feels great.
Yeah, it feels great.
Matt's deciding he doesn't want to draw any more Wymans.
Yep.
So he's just gonna thin through his deck a little bit.
Yeah, I stealth Wyman. He decides to just Skagos him. Then he can block my power challenge. Nothing I can do against that. Skagos is definitely stupid.
Skagos. We should come up with a new nickname for Skagos. It's really got that Mr. Clean, quicker picker-upper. Like, you get any dirt on my card, any dirt hits my card, and I'm going to clean that shit right off. Right off. Oh, stealth my guy, poison my guy, strip the icons from my guy.
So this is where I probably made a mistake. Probably should have just went in with Second Sons. I was thinking something else at the time. Then he Skagos. He does a nice play to block my power challenge. So honestly, I should have just thought that through. Should have just brought out Second Sons, military, get two guys off the board, and then try to push that power challenge. But it is what it is. So.
Yeah, power challenge here would have been pretty great.
Yeah. Power challenge definitely would have slowed him down. Taking 2 off him would have been great on that one. But not much you can do. Now it's open board. Have at it.
Yep, he's got 3 bodies and 3 challenges to just run you down with.
And I'm looking at cards that I'm dumping into the discard pile. Feels great.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, Winter Die doesn't feel too good in Martell when you don't have your C's out.
Yeah. And that, like you said, the Force March wasn't fun either.
Yeah, it was a pretty good hit.
It was a good hit.
Kreft is just outplotting you like a baller over there.
He is crushing me on this one.
It's just like, he's like, I'm Stark, baby. He's like, I'm not losing any orange cards today.
Desert Raider that I didn't want to marshal. I think I got it. His Judgment I can see, Desert Raider, maybe another Starfall Spy, the Second Sons. And I think I Shadow City Bastard. So.
Got a little skippage in the footage there.
A little skippage there. Hand's Judgment, I think it was a Winter's Coming.
Yep. Checks out.
Yep.
Try and dampen the pain a little bit.
Yeah, minimize that pain. Kreft's trying to bleed me. Take that power. Yeah, go up to 9.
So unfortunately, you're gonna have to sack a guy here either way, right? You got March and Fallen left.
Yep, absolutely. That's real feel bad too, right? No hand, fairly econ.
Anything you can do to keep Ariane in play. Anything you can do.
No. Yeah, I had to spend my winter you die turn worrying about filling up my shadows because I need people next turn. It's a real feel bad moment there.
So I think my play here, if I'm you, is to offer Matt Kreft $5 out of my wallet to put
correct.
To just sack his cat and hit $5 per character to just sack to draw.
Well, there's the ubiquitous Stark return to the fields. I don't think any Stark deck can never not play.
Yeah, and he's not even worried about a reset here too, so it's like
absolutely.
Poor Alsane though. Couldn't cut the cheese.
Top drawing here. Yeah, I was saying she hit the discard pile a lot. But,
well, he keeps getting to go search out new ones, so why not?
Her older sibling or whatever, Dacey's about to come down and just ruin my face.
We've definitely gotten a huge influx of Bear Island stuff lately.
Oh.
Which is kind of weird, considering like you'd expected Bear Island to be kind of an early theme for Stark.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, the Umbers and Bear Island early, right? Maybe Manderley's later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, we haven't really we've only gotten one Manderley and I think one Chud so far. So
yeah. Well, we got that Winter Manderley card.
Yeah, which Dark Winter, that really worked out.
Yeah. Their theme.
Their theme is sacrificing in winter. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They really needed that winter module to get the sacrifice thing up and running.
Up and going.
There's Daisy.
They do better in summer apparently. They play these
right.
Kingdom and summer cards. There's Daisy, the 4-dropper now that summer can go get.
Ooh. So things
are looking dire, folks.
What 2 cards are you just frustratingly flipping back and forth here?
I think at that point, I drew in maybe another Hand's Judgment or a Poison Coin at that point. I was like, well,
Oof.
That's not gonna do me any good. I know the 2 cards I draw did me nothing. Basically, I'm working off with my Arion, my Shadows, and my discard pile right now. My hand is completely useless. And, look, now
I was gonna say, so if you had a Poison Coin, you're actually on track to get a kill here because of your Flea Bottom, but that just went straight out the window.
Oh look, he's running all the cards to defeat me right now.
Yeah, Matt has got you locked in the cellar, and every time you even try and poke your head out, he is just slamming his foot down on top of that door.
No.
Like, nope. And there's a new king in the north.
Well, there we go.
Daisy Mormont.
Yeah, I think what I was hoping, I might have a Varus. It's either this turn or next turn, I'm able to get the Varus off on Daisy, because Daisy... That's a real feel bad moment when you got Manderly out there, but you're like, you know what? Daisy needs to go, because...
Well, Wyman can't get power, so...
She's about to accelerate with 2 Renown each turn, so...
Yeah.
You know, that Desert Raider would have been great for Wyman.
Desert Raiders usually are great. One might say that as far as any decks with orange cards go, it's fairly ubiquitous.
Nope. That's definitely a ubiquitous card.
If there's 2 cards right now that I don't have enough of in my personal collection, it is At the Gates and Desert Raider.
Yep.
It's too bad Desert Raider didn't come out before Martell crushed Worlds.
I know.
Oh well. We had all these alt-art Dorns and other restricted cards.
So I'm going with Win or Die, because at this point it's like, what can I lose, really? Let's just draw some more cards next turn and hope I can get some power claim off. Taking her as mill, I think.
So you got Garrus here. You get Valor back, right?
No, I decided to take Win or Die, because at this point...
You fool!
Yeah. At this point, I'm like, I need to try to gain power off him.
Look at this board! How many cards does Kreft have?
Oof. I want to say he's got a
got
handful.
like
At least 5, 4.
I guess if he takes the Valor back, though, he's getting 2 more cards, because he's just going to sack everybody. He knows you're going to Valor.
Yeah.
So you're probably still...
Wyman
you're still boned either way.
Yeah, Wyman just sacks everybody, right, and himself.
Yeah. If Kreft's got 5 cards going into your 0, then the Valor probably doesn't even save you.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he just sacks 2 guys' draws, and then Wyman sacking himself.
Start playing the funeral horns.
Yep. At this point...
There's you going, don't tase me, bro, on camera. Like,
hey, man, I ain't got any cards to take.
We have no beef.
Yeah.
I have no beef with you Northerners.
Yeah, exactly. We don't even meet each other. So at this point, I'm just defending to just defend. Like, can't let unopposed go. And like you said, play taps. Then, bury me 6 feet under it. You have that feeling already. Like, you're like, the Stark train's going. I can't stop it.
You've exhausted all your outlets.
No.
Oh, there's Mira.
There she is.
Finally joining the fight.
There we go.
Sneaking past old dull wits Garrus over here.
There we go. He's got to eat it, too. For Arion. Thank you, Jairus.
He's no detective, that's for sure.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
he's a blunt instrument.
Yeah, unfortunately, I had to ditch a assassin early.
Yeah, that's too bad. That's the eternal question, right? Garrus is a pretty not Garrus. The assassins are pretty underwhelming cards, but.
Oof.
If there's one thing in this world that you want to deal with, it's Mira.
Nothing like
Mira, the most unshadow shadows card of all time.
All time.
The house that has the least amount of shadow play. So they have always got that one shadow card, and you know exactly what it is. Like, why'd they even bother to make her a shadow card?
Yeah, I have no clue.
Because she was a shadow card before. I guess it's the only
I guess
answer.
literally the only answer.
Good. Could made her an ambush card.
There we go, Daisy.
Hey,
bring out the other Daisy.
Hopefully this Daisy's alt art. If not, shame. Shame.
Shame.
Shame.
Yeah, I mean, at least Mira, like, at least she doesn't do locations, I guess. I mean, that's
all we can say is, at least this busted start card doesn't do this thing too.
Guess that's all you can be thankful. Because if she could just go back in and, you know, wreck my flea bottom, that would feel really bad.
Well, your flea bottom's already blank, so... And you're just like, give me that!
Give me that, cheater.
Alex Black is proud.
You know. And I always cut in the middle, too, guys. These guys who just do the top 3 off your deck, or, you know, cut like 75% of your deck, just trash, alright? Just stop.
Literal subhumans.
Yes. Just stop. Just cut it in half.
Disgusting
Yes.
non-human people.
Manners, people. Manners. Alright.
I just take your deck, find the 3 Wymans, take them out.
I mean, he's showing off his world's Wymans, too, alright?
I know.
Hey.
What a pompous ass clown.
Oh, now he's just sacking. You know, I can just sack a core cat. I don't need her now. Like,
Yeah, Matt's just like, I killed all your guys. I don't need characters now.
I'm at 13 power. Oh, I'm sacking him too. And he's doing it because he's got Valor as well. So.
Checks out.
Yeah.
He didn't want to just sack Wyman to just to rub it in.
Right. Yeah, I mean, like, I'll go down to one character. You only got one character? I'll go down to one character.
Fair is fair. Except for the part where he has a dozen more cards than you.
Yeah.
So, everything's fine.
Literally, I feel bad. So, alright, cool. That's awesome.
Well, at least you get 4 cards to play with.
Yeah. I think that's the other reason I took you win your die too. Also, I kind of knew like, hey, he's got probably Valor too. So.
True. He's gonna have to play his own reset sooner or later. I kind of figured he might close before that, but
yeah,
I guess
true.
he was one away.
I fought as hard as I could.
No flea bottom.
Yeah. I mean,
hopefully you drew some good cards. I see a river gate in there.
Yep.
Looks like that's a clutch card to draw on a turn like this.
I think maybe have Shadow City Bastard, but it's like, well,
It's a bit late.
a little late, and my flea bottom ain't working right now.
Matt does a check to see if anybody in his hand is playable. Great John? We haven't seen a Great John yet. There's Summer.
Hey, look at that. Oh, Daisy, renowned character comes back in my hand.
Heck
Wow.
yeah.
What do you know?
When you need that one power. Pretty sure Mira's going to get you your last power one way or the other.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I don't think I could... I can't stop his icons. He's at 14. Even with no claim, he throws down a renowned guy or gets an unimposed. I just can't stop it.
Right.
Arion's dead, which sucks. So. Still deciding which boring vanilla star character to grab.
So vanilla. Their card color is literally vanilla.
It's like the artists and the designers knew what they were doing.
So if you could burn any one start card out of existence, would it be Skagos, Wyman, or Mira?
It's definitely Skagos for me. I definitely...
You think Mira and Wyman are pretty tolerable without the Skagos engine?
Tough to say. I think Mira and Wyman are still annoying together.
Mm-hmm. But at least they
Skagos-
can't just wipe your answers away. Right?
Exactly, yeah. Skagos just, oh, you poisoned my guy. That's cool. He's still standing.
Yeah.
Here you go.
You know, them sacking it to stop the kill is pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
At least you're removing something from the board.
And it does suck too, because Wyman can restand himself, or Rob will restand his board, then you can Skagos. So even if you played it right, like, oh, I'm going second, you do all your challenges, oh, now I have an opening, poison, and then they're like, oh, I'll just restand my board, here we go.
All right. Rob Stark, still good.
Yep. I don't know if you guys heard, but Rob Stark, core Rob Stark, still good.
It's a good thing they used that sweet Magali art on King Rob for the Grands coming up, right? So that for some reason, like 4 years into the game, when Rob Stark is still one of the most powerful cards, we can just sit there looking at that weird non-alt art core set Rob.
Restanding a board. Who knew that was good?
Who would have thought?
No. I mean, like, I wonder what people were thinking with that when they were doing, you know, the core set. Like, why the whole board? Why did that?
Well,
why did that get picked?
if we're going all the way back to the core set, remember how weak Stark was, though.
Yeah.
You got your Lone Shadow City Bastard.
Woof. Gotta defend.
Taking it home.
Oh, there it is. Oh, blowed out.
Blah.
Hey, that's a good game.
And that is the game. Well, you fought hard.
I tried. Take that stupid card back.
I guess,